thought we'd. The reason I'm laughing is because I just recorded a load of stuff and realised that it hadn't been recording, so I'm having to go over it all again. So we'll start again. So I've been looking through some of the analytics of the channel, and out of the last 20, I think it's the last 28 days. Yeah, it is. We've had total views of 25,024 views. This is across all the videos on the channel. 25,024. 16,000, 66% have been in the United Kingdom. No surprise there. So hello and thank you to everybody in the UK. 5.1%, which is 1,278 views, have been from the United States. So hi and thank you. Next comes 4.7% is Italy with 1,184. Italian car, I suppose it's not that unsurprising. So ciao to everyone in Italy. Germany 1.8%, 446 views. So I think hello in German is hello, probably with a German accent. So Dankeschön for watching. France, bonjour, 1.7%, 429 views, merci. Netherlands, what language do they speak in the Netherlands? I suppose it depends which country in the Netherlands, doesn't it? But thank you, 381 views, 1.5%. And when we go down into the 0.7s, the next one is Ireland. So top of the morning, and thank you to those in Ireland. Next one's Canada, which is 90 views, 0.4%. Yeah, Canada, like America, but without the Americans, so a Canadian once said to me. And yeah, and then we go back 0.2%, 0.1%. We've got Hungary, Denmark, Spain. Only 33 views from Spain. I'm surprised there wouldn't be more than that, because I've seen a few Fiat 500s in Spain. So buenos dias and gracias, muchas gracias to those of you in Spain. Some in Romania, Croatia, Portugal, Belgium, all over all over Europe really. Some in Greece, and it goes on. So that's quite interesting looking at some of these analytics. And if we go to viewer age, actually let's go to viewer gender first. If we look at the gender, we have 6.8% of views is female and 93.2% is male. That's interesting. So that's in views, that's gone up quite a lot in views of females. However, if we go to, I think it's 2.1% of actual subscribers. So more females are viewing than subscribing. Subscribe, please. Yeah, it's quite interesting viewing some of this. Let me just click on back, and it showed me, where are we? I'll be back in a sec. I just want to get to the relevant page. So yeah, looking at the audience, so this says views last 28 days, and it's different to what we were just looking at. So I thought that this was members of the channel, but this says female 2.1%, so that doesn't really tie up with what we were just looking at, which is strange. And 97.9% male. No one under 18 years of age. Obviously the channel is down as a category for not suitable for kids. I don't know why it's not suitable for kids, but I had to tick the box, so I can't remember the reason I had to tick the box, but yeah, whatever that reason was, I did that. So yeah, no one under 18 will be viewing. 18 to 24 years of age is 3.8%, which I'm quite surprised at really. I'm surprised there's that many. I suppose they're probably going to be possibly the females who are looking, you know, there's certain people that I tell about the channel who are having problems with their car, and they're probably the ones that are viewing, I expect, and they tend to be the young girls, I guess. 25 to 34 is 12%. The biggest age range is 45 to 54 at 33.2%. So that's not really unsurprising. The age range that I'm in, 55 to 64, hasten to add, I'm only just into that 55 to 64. I'm 56, in case you're interested. I know I only look about 25, but you know, I haven't had a shave, so I look a bit older today. 21.7%, 65 years plus 11.2%. I know there's quite a few of you, well, 11% of you, but I know some of you have commented and said you're over the age of 65. So yeah, it's interesting little figures there, I think. The revenue, I'm quite open about the revenue. As you know, this channel has been monetized since July, when I hit 1,000 subscribers. As soon as I hit the 1,000 subscribers, I monetized it. For the first year, so up until July this year, 2021, all the proceeds are going to go to a local animal charity, and when I give it to them in July or August, whenever I get the last payment, I'll be going up to the charity and giving them cash in their hand, and hopefully they'll allow me and won't mind me filming when I go up there, because I think it'd be a nice thing to have on the channel as well. So I just realised I've got my finger over the lens a little bit. So my estimated revenue for the last 28 days is £66. That's been about that has varied. It started off at like about 12 quid or something. About 12 quid or something the first month, because obviously the channel's grown a lot since then. So we're pushing on the door of the 2,000 subscribers now, and estimated revenue for this month, or for the last 28 days, is 66 quid. So as I say, it's gone up every single month. Some months it's been 40. I think it was higher than that at one point. It went up to 70 something, 78 I think it was one month. So, you know, if we average it out, it'll probably, now averaging it out, even though it's going up every month, you know, we're talking somewhere between 50 and maybe 60 and 70 quid a month, possibly, or a 28-day period. We call it a month. So, you know, I don't know by the July when that year is up as to what it will be. Hopefully, I'd like to think it might be knocking on the door of 100 quid a month. If that's the case, you know, I'm going to be giving several £100s to this animal charity, which, you know, like all charities at the moment, they're struggling for money. Less people are donating. Of course, no one's going there because of lockdown, and I'm sure they got donations when they were there. So I'm really looking forward to July or August and going up there and drawing all that cash out. I've got it sitting in a separate bank account at the moment. When the time comes, I'll draw it all out and give it to them in nice crisp £20 notes, and I'll probably round it up as well myself. So after that, we'll you know, the money will obviously, some of the money will go to charity, I think, and some of it will help me with the channel. Help to, you know, I've had to buy radio mics. I bought this extra camera. This is all costing me money. So money from the charity, money that from the channel will also help me in the future to buy more stuff to make the channel better. Even the software, you know, I mean, at the moment I use iMovie, which is free. I have been looking at other software. I know some people use Final Cut Pro. I've got Final Cut Pro, but I can't get on with it. I used to use it. I just don't like it. iMovie is quite simple. I much prefer it. But there are others. There's one that's called Filmora, which is a lot of people use, and a lot of pros use that. So I'm being made aware, and it seems to be quite user friendly as well. So I might have a little dabble in that. It's got some better effects and what have you. But you know, these things all cost money, so it will help to be able to get some money from the channel and spend it on that. But I will continue to be giving some of the money to the animal charity, of which will be revealed, as I say, later on in the summer when I do give the money. So enough of my waffling for the time being. I just wanted to spend a little. I know a lot of you, when I've done this in the past, have been quite interested in the analytics of the channel. And as far as I'm aware, you can actually look at this yourself on any channel. I don't think, you know, it's not because I'm the owner of the channel. As far as I'm aware, you certainly earnings wise. I believe you can look at anyone's. I'm not quite sure how you do it, but from within YouTube somewhere you can search for a channel and look at their analytics. I say there's a lot of people out there making a lot of money, so you know, have a look yourself on various sites. I know some of these the top people in the car channels are making an absolute killing, and you know, they're making a living out of it. I'd love to give up my job and do this full time and be able to, you know, backfill my earnings from YouTube. Yeah, that'd be great. Obviously there will be a lot more content, then I'll be doing more cars. Things would change if I didn't have to go to work as well, but I do, so you know, I've got a mortgage to pay, so it is what it is. So as I say, I just wanted to show you a little bit of some of the analytics. I'm going to whack this video into another one somewhere at some point, but yeah, hope that was my waffling was not too much for you, and we'll see you in a little while. Morning, morning, morning. Your eyes don't deceive you. There's Blondie. There's another one. No, this isn't mine. This isn't mine. This is a friend of my sister-in-law's, and it's got a dodgy Speedo. So I'm changing the Speedo for her today. in this beautiful weather. So here we are in the 2015 car. As you can see, that's what comes up on the Speedo. So it's the centre bit that's knackered. So I am going to, we don't really know what that mileage is, 27,000, don't know, could be lots of things. So I'm going to have to plug it into MES and have a look, read that mileage properly. So it's obviously 27,000, so I knew it was low, but I couldn't remember what it was off the top of my head. So we are going to get that done. Now this is a 2015 car, which is a facelift. So it's got the tracking control, and it's also got, what else has it got? It's got tracking control and tyre pressure sensors, he says. Didn't notice the light come up. Oh yeah, tyre pressure sensor down there, which the 2019 car's got, but in a different place. So it should work, hopefully. We'll see. Just because the light's in a different place. So this is a 2019 Speedo that I'm going to put in it, which has got tyre pressure sensors. So although it comes from a new generation car, it should work in this, because there's nothing on this car. There's nothing in this car that the 2019 hasn't got. So it should work. So that's the plan. So let's fire up MES, read the mileage, and then we'll start taking this out. So we've gone into the Speedo on MES, and we can see the mileage there is 27,237. On there it's 27, it's like a lowercase a, 43. So completely knackered. So I have no idea what all this win 7 left, it's all over the place. 71.96 is the time. Yes, so yeah, completely knackered this. So I think that should read, it's 11.06. That is the actual time. Oh, it's 11.11 according to my laptop, but yeah, so it is all over the shop. So right, we know what the mileage is. So we're going to disconnect MES and start taking this out. I'm not going to go through that because we've done that so many times. So taking the screws out down the bottom, taking the screws out at the top, dropping the steering wheel down, getting the screws out of this, and then taking it out. So we'll come back once we've got this one out, and we'll hopefully plug the other one in and it'll work fine. And I'll test it before I put it all back together again, just to make sure. So it's working. We've got a generic light on. I don't know what that's for, but that was probably going to be on anyway. So we've probably got a bulb out somewhere. Then that may have been on the other one, I don't know. So this one shows 6,575 miles. The only thing that came up on this, which shouldn't have, is it said parking something unavailable. So I guess this has come off of a car with parking assist. If I can disable that on it, I will. I don't think I'll be able to, but I'm sure she won't mind too much about that. If she does, then I can always change it again when I get a suitable one. But at least it all works. So nice full tank of petrol. And so I've got to adjust the mileage. So I've got to put it all back together. It works. So I'm just going to set the clock and everything. I just realised that the temperature gauge said -7 before. I thought on the old one, I thought that was a bit over the top. This one says 0, which is probably more like it. So yeah, it all works fine. So we'll put it all back together, and then we'll come straight back. So I've gone back into the into MES and I've changed the mileage. So when I did one yesterday, the mileage came up to I think it was 17 miles under. Oh, that was lucky. I've just nearly done that to 127,000. So it's 27,220, which is 17 miles under what it was. Okay on that. Right. Right, odometer, 27,220 miles. We get ready to hit yes. Watch that. Press yes to continue. In progress. There you go. 27,225 miles. And now if we switch off, switch on. Service coupon expired. Parking help unavailable. Start her up. Obviously the mileage is flashing now, so because it needs proxy alignment. So now we're going to go in and do a proxy alignment. So we'll disconnect from there, and then we go into other, not other, where is it? Body, proxy alignment, connect, yes. And then that will go through and should proxy align it. Dashboard node, EOL file failed. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. Right, so I've discovered that although this does sort of work, it won't do a proxy alignment because it comes up with the thing failed, because obviously it's out of the wrong generation of car. So unfortunately that ain't going to work. It'll do for now. As you can see on my, even though the mileage is flashing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a go and see if I can repair her one. And then what I'll do is I'll put it into Project Loopy Harold. Probably I'll take that one out because that's the one that I'm going to be left with as my last car. So I'll try it on that. I'll try replacing that the screen with one of the other screens that I've got. And I've got a feeling one of mine is from a later car, and obviously that's a later car, so I may be actually able to repair that. So we'll try that. But it's sort of been successful, however, not wholly successful. It's better than nothing, but I'm sure she'll be pleased to have a display back of any kind. But we'll obviously get to the bottom of it another time, but we'll put it all back together now anyway. So I got this letter yesterday from Kent Police Traffic Summons Team telling me that on the 18th of the 9th 2020 in Wilderness Hill in Margate, I was involved in a collision I've just phoned them and they told me PJ63 CUY, you know what that is, Project Cooey. I thought the car had been cloned. However, thinking about it, what I've just sort of discovered is what's probably happened is that date was probably the date of the accident where it was written off. It was parked. It wasn't being driven, it was parked and it was driven into, which makes sense for the damage as well that was on that back quarter, if you remember. So yeah, so when I got it, I think I got it around the end of September, beginning of October. I can't remember off the top of my head, but whenever it was, that must have been the accident that wrote it off. And then of course I sent off the V62 for the logbook. So at some point, the Kent Police have done a check and it's come back as registered to me. So they've sent this letter saying that they're not making no further action will be taken. Well, pleased about that, but sorted out. But yeah, interesting. Initially thought car's been cloned, or a car's been cloned, because the letter didn't say what the registration number was. It wasn't until I called them that they told me PJ63 Cooey. So that explains that. So that's the end of that little video. It's only a short 20-minute video. Just wanted to show you a couple of bits and pieces and those analytics. That was filmed about 2-3 weeks ago. So it's not 100% current, but it gives you an idea of how the channel's changed and how the makeup of views and subscribers. We're well over the 2,000 mark now. Heading our way to, I think we were about 2,200, something like that at the moment. So that's good. It's going up leaps and bounds. Still a long way to go to get to 5,000 by the end of the year. That is my target at the end of 2021 to get to 5,000. But it is growing quickly, so we'll see. You never know. Fingers crossed. We're only in February at the moment, so hopefully. Don't forget we monetised it in July of 2020. It is only now February of 2021. So in that, 9 months, something like that, whatever it is. Yeah, 9 months. It's grown from 1,000 to 2,200 or thereabouts. So it's doubled since then, and the rates, the subscriptions and so on are getting bigger jumps each month. The more people are there, the more people are watching videos, the more people are liking those videos and giving me thumbs ups, then it seems like the analytics work and suggest the page to more people, which is great. So as I say, that's the end of it today. I just wanted to show you there's other few bits and pieces as well. So I'll upload this video midweek sometime as soon as it's finished. You may have noticed it's slightly, the transitions are slightly different, the titles are slightly different at the beginning. One of the reasons for doing this video was I was trying the software Filmora, which I know other people use. Can't get on with it myself. I prefer going back to my basic iMovie. I do this on the iMac. And I thought I'd try Filmora, see what it was like, and I can't really get on with it. It's got some better effects and what have you, but this channel's not about special effects and so on and so forth, so I think we'll go back to what we know. So yeah, so that's it for the time being. There will be more, obviously, videos to come in the coming days after this one, back to the projects, and we'll see you then. So don't forget, stay well, stay safe, and if you can, stay at home. See you soon.